All right, hello. We got to do another weather update because we got a record high we got to talk about that happened at Islip today. So let's. Oh, really? All right, I didn't mean to close it. Get this back on the screen. So here you go. Record high at Islip, 67 degrees. Broke the record of 66 set in 1987. So yeah, record high at Islip today. Nothing on the Weather Service page about that record, but there is a dense fog advisory, and yeah, that fog is it rolled in thick. We're gonna look at this picture here. I was in Belmore, and it rolled in thick around after 6 o'clock. Boy, the visibility. This is just you couldn't even see the other side of Sunrise Highway. Very thick fog, and that fog kind of lasted into the evening. Got a little better, but still lingered around. This is at Merrick. So your visibility got a little better. Got up to about maybe a quarter of a mile or a half mile, but really dense fog and very bad air quality today. I got to point this out because if you're not feeling well today, and I am not feeling well, I had a very, very bad headache this evening. This is a carbon monoxide surface concentration from the earthnullschool.net website, and you notice the red over us today, which is 1,144 ppbv, whatever that means, but you'll notice that we're in the red. So we have very high carbon monoxide levels because we have inversion, so there's not much air movement going on, and all the pollution of all the combustion vehicles on the road is getting trapped, and therefore we have very bad air quality. And look at that red. It's really bad over our area. So that probably has something to do with it. This is carbon dioxide surface concentration, also very high over our area. Sulfur dioxide, high across the entire east coast there, and this is nitrogen dioxide as well. So this kind of shows all the pollutants, but the carbon monoxide is really the one to watch because this stuff is pretty bad, and that's a very high level. I don't think there's a level that high anywhere else in the world right now, except it looks like over parts of China. Yeah, so the only area of the world that's worse than us when it comes to the carbon monoxide pollution right now is China. But other than that, look at that. Right over the northeast there. This is what I mean about combustion vehicles and why we have to do something about this, because it's not good for our health when we have this kind of thing. And if we look at particles, too, I'm sure that we'll have some particles, too, in the air as well. Particles, not so much the problem. It's mostly the gases. So even though I have an air purifier, it's not really going to do much. So, yeah, bad air quality. I want to look at one other thing, too. Let me go back to the chemicals and look at the carbon monoxide. Let's see if this improves, because you can actually move this along. Let's move it along one day for tomorrow. So we move it along. We moved it along to tomorrow. I think that goes. Yeah, it does improve once the winds pick up tomorrow. We'll get this carbon monoxide dispersed. It's pretty significant air pollution today. The other thing going on, of course, is the severe weather. So I want to update you on that too. We got a number of tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm watches, severe thunderstorm warnings, and flash flood warnings in the south here. They're all over. It looks like Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, dealing with all this severe weather. And the reason why is you look at these temperatures in dew points, 70s, dew points close to 70, very unusual tropical air being brought up, and you see this drier, cooler air off to the west. So in between where the front is, that is where you have. I wish they would have the fronts, the actual fronts in here, but we can overlay the radar in this. Yeah, this doesn't look too good. Let's look at the other radar here. And so, yeah, I also want to look at the high temperatures today across our area too. So let me go ahead and look at that. Look at that. Told you I knew I'd have to do another weather update today because there's just so much stuff going on. So our high temperatures actually showing some something on the radar already. Some showers, perhaps. We'll have to look at the radar. These are our high temperatures today. Close to 70 degrees across the island. Like to see a few more. Let's get a little closer here. Yeah, 70. Yeah, and it hit 70 in parts of the island, pretty much around the expressway and north of there. It got up above 70. So a very warm day indeed. So let's go look at the radar here. I'll go to the AccuWeather radar here. Multiple fatalities reported in Alabama amid severe weather outbreak. Oh, this is bad. So this is what's going on here. You can see a lot of thunderstorm activity over here south of Chicago, but a lot over here. It looks like it's affecting parts of Alabama. Again, Alabama was hit the last time, too. Let's not forget. And into Georgia, we have some pretty nasty cells here. And look at all the lightning going on from these cells, too. A lot of lightning with this one. Just look at that. That's insanity. I mean, it can't even keep up. 182 strikes a minute, 226 strikes a minute. I mean, that's insanity right there. So again, with the severe weather going on, and some thunderstorms also making their way there, some scattered thunderstorm activity all the way up to south Chicago. But this is really the area that's really seeing a lot of severe weather right now. And I'm sure there have been a lot of tornadoes, and I'm actually going to go back to that. Let me go back to this. Multiple fatalities reported. We're going to so deadly supercell cuts across Alabama this morning. Long tracking tornado. And this happened in Alabama just after a week after that last severe weather event. Multiple fatalities were reported outside of Birmingham, Alabama's most populous city, and scenes of destruction flooded social media in the hours after the storms hit. The storm first spawned a tornado south of Tuscaloosa around midday Thursday, and that threat continued as the storm trekked northeastward. As it moved just south of Birmingham, the NWS issued a rare tornado emergency, which is typically only reserved for the most extreme situations when there is a high risk to lives and property due to a confirmed tornado. Shortly before 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a large tornado tracked through the southeastern area of Birmingham, Alabama, leaving trees snapped and power lines downed across communities in its wake. Images of damage began to surface across social media, but the extent of the damage is unknown. So this is, and the storm took a west to northwest trajectory across the northeast trajectory across the state, triggering reports of tornadoes rising in Hale, Bibb, a whole bunch of towns here in Birmingham. Around a whole bunch of towns in Alabama. Tornado reportedly tracked near the towns of Ochety and Wellington, about 60 miles east of Birmingham. So this is a very tragic situation here. This is crazy, and a tornado had just moved south of its office, but luckily they had power at they kept their power in Birmingham at the Weather Service office. So this is quite a severe weather emergency that has happened here. Some pictures here, quite disturbing to say the least. Quite disturbing to say the least. So this is what happened down there, and again, this is all part of what we're seeing as we deal with the effects of a warmer world, is more severe weather and more problems. And we'll just briefly look at the Ventus sky, and again, we're going to show you the Ventus sky, and you can see all that warmth just surging up across the East Coast. And if we put the humidity in here and look at the dew point, you'll see, look at that, look at all that humidity. That's just surging up. So again, when you have warmer than normal oceans, more humidity, more moisture in the air, you have a big storm, you have a dry air mass colliding, and that just sets the recipe with severe thunderstorms and stuff. So let's just look again at tomorrow's weather. Go to the tropical tidbits page here, and we'll go ahead and I'm going to use this one. This is the satellite of the storm, by the way, so you can see the storms firing up on the satellite there. Let's go look at the and we'll go to the Storm Prediction Center. You can see, look at that again with the red areas here that we have here. Critical. You don't see this very often in a map, that this area is listed as critical. So that, again, is also very concerning. And, again, a very, very major concern. So let's go to tropicaltidbits.com here, look at the models, and we're going to look again at tomorrow as far as what's going to be happening tomorrow. Let's go ahead and look at the HRRR at 0Z. This is for our area, right? So this is the same storm that's affected. We're not going to see any severe weather, but we could still see a couple of showers actually developing over the area tonight. In fact, it sounds like it's raining right now. So you know what? I'm going to go back to that radar. Actually, let me do that right now. Pull this out and see if there are any showers over us, because it sure did look like when we looked at the National Weather Service radar that there were a couple of showers. Oh, we also have a wind advisory in effect for tomorrow. Yes, so we actually have a couple of showers actually over our area right now that weren't expecting to move in this quickly. It was supposed to be a little more after midnight, but this is actually part of a warm front, so it's going to get even warmer after this passes and even more humid. So here's the showers on the HRRR. And then we'll have another chance of showers tomorrow. Very scattered chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Very scattered, though. But you'll notice how tight those isobars are. That's going to mean we're going to be dealing with some strong winds. And then those winds die down as we head into Saturday. So let's look at the temperatures on this HRRR model here. We'll show you how warm it's going to get. So look at that heat. The sea breeze is really going to be suppressed, I think. We're going to have more of a westerly wind. So I think even the South Shore, everybody gets well into the 70s. And like I said, I think there might be an 80-degree reading somewhere in there. And very warm and warm and humid, and then it gets warm and dry as the winds pick up later on. And then the temperatures start dropping into the 60s by later in the afternoon and 50s into the evening. And 40s by morning. And then for Saturday, we'll still get up above normal, probably to around 60 degrees again. So that will be above normal. But tomorrow will really be above normal, and you're going to feel it with that humidity. Again, look at the humidity, especially in the morning there. Dew points well into the 60s there. You're going to really feel that humidity with very strong southwest winds, then becoming very strong westerly winds by the afternoon. But the good news is that once those westerly winds come in, the dew points will drop, and it won't feel humid anymore, and the air quality will improve as well. And then we'll have low dew points for Saturday, and that'll bring us some nice skies. So I'm going to look at the NAM. Let's look at the NAM 3. Why is this not working? Okay. And we have the 0Z in of that. So let's look at the NAM 3 with the precipitation for tomorrow. And you can see that it is developing some scattered showers and thunderstorms. I think these could be thunderstorms here for the morning. So I figure around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock could be showers and thunderstorms over the area with that humidity that comes in, and then the dry air does eventually arrive later on. You see those winds go westerly there, but yeah, there could be a shower or thunderstorm perhaps tomorrow. I don't think anything will be severe, but it could be a thunderstorm in there. It would not surprise me with this warm, humid air that we have in place. Again, I'm going to look at the dew points on this NAM model here. So you can see, look at that humidity, that string of humidity coming right up. And you're going to really feel it tomorrow before the humidity starts coming down later in the day. NAM's a little slow to get rid of the humidity, by the way, too. So hopefully it doesn't really get rid of it until like 4 or 5 o'clock. So I'm hoping it'll be a little sooner than that. But it's going to be brutal tomorrow. That's the bottom line. Let's go look at the Ventu sky as well with this, and we'll take a look. And this is also uses the HRRR. So let's go into tomorrow here, and we'll go to 10 o'clock. So you see that it's already 10 o'clock. We're already well into the 60s in Jersey. Still very strong southwesterly flow, so Long Island hopefully get a sea breeze. But then as you go toward 1 o'clock, you start seeing that more westerly flow come in. So we're well above. This is underestimating. We're going to be well to the 70s. In fact, I'm going to change this model. Let's go to the GFS here. Oh, GFS is not. Oh, we're looking at dew point. That's why. All right, that's why I was thought we were looking at dew point. My mistake. Let me go back to the HRRR. So this is the dew point. I'm sorry. This is the dew point. Look at this, 66-degree dew point at 2 o'clock. So, yeah, we're going to have this humidity around in the afternoon. It's going to be absolutely brutal out there. It's going to feel tropical. And then we'll put the temperature up here. Yeah, that's more like it. Look at that, well into the 70s. And for Long Island, too. Maybe on the South Shore, it'll be cooler, maybe. This is 2 o'clock, but again, watch what happens as you get toward 4 o'clock. The winds go more westerly. And even on the South Shore, now you're close to 70 degrees. And then if we look at the dew point, it should be coming down by then. So by then, yeah, we'll see the dew point start dropping by 4 or 5 o'clock. But it's going to be brutal. It's going to be like a summer's, almost like an August day tomorrow. Well, I mean, I'm not going to get well into the 80s, but 70s definitely, and some 80-degree readings are possible, yes. The other thing, of course, is the wind gusts. This is the other thing that we've got to worry about here. We're going to look at this. We're going to use this model for now. So you see the wind gusts close to 50 miles an hour. Winds are going to, it's going to be windy all day, but worst of the wind's going to be like around 5, 6 o'clock when that dry air comes in. The winds could gust up to 50 miles an hour. So that is going to bring quite a chance of some power outages going on, and it's just going to be a stormy kind of day. It's not even though people looking at the temperatures like, oh, it's like summer, but it's going to be very windy. It's not going to be the kind of day you're going to want to be sitting outside or anything like that with that wind blowing, and the chance, of course, of a thunderstorm, especially in the anytime till like 2 or 3 o'clock until the humidity goes away. I think it gives us a chance of a thunderstorm in there at any time. So let's just look at the skies here, and then we're going to wrap up this weather update. So the skies do clear out when the dry air starts arriving, but there's going to be just a little bit of a lag. So the sun will be out, be humid, and especially if you're in New Jersey, I think you're going to be hitting 80 tomorrow, going past 80 for sure. And then for the clear air comes in, and then for Saturday, it looks like we have a nice clear sky looking at the NAM here. So it should be a nice day on Saturday, but still above normal with highs around 60 degrees. So that's going to, and there might be a sea breeze in the afternoon too. That'll bring some relief. But I'll keep you posted on all this. Well, like I said, we got a lot of action going on with the weather right now, and it's just another sign of the times as we deal with a warmer world. Thank you for watching.